Are you aware that there are places in your woman's body, parts of her body, that you will touch and she will go crazy? She will go gaga for you. She will always want you to like repeat this again. She will always want you every time. She will always be ready for you. In fact, she will start pouring when you touch these areas well, which as we are going into this video, during the end of this video, I'll tell you how to do it the magical way to send her gaga. If you have been trying these areas and you're like, it doesn't work for me, it will work, because if you use these patterns I'm going to be talking about, it will work. But first, let's share these parts of her body that are so sensitive that you're going to actually put together. And when you do it the right way, it's going to work. She will start pouring before you even start doing anything. Okay, the first place is her lower abdomen, right? Have you ever, do you know that her lower abdomen is one of the places that's so sensitive for women? A lot of women will go gaga when you do this well. Can you use your tongue and make sure that this woman is neat? Make sure also that the both of you are freshened up before doing it. And then also make sure that you are not going into the inner, because I'm not talking about the biggus, right? I'm not talking about her engine. I'm talking about the lower abdomen. You know where I'm talking about, where that place she always hits, that area. Can you please caress that area with your tongue? A lot of women, in fact, these areas I'm talking about, you cannot expect your woman to actually go gaga or go crazy, always respond to all of them. So a woman will have a particular one or two that works for her. So try out this once, okay? Now you see this, her lower region, her lower abdomen is one of the places that's so sensitive for women. Okay, if you do it well, use your tongue well, and make sure that she's clean too. Now the next one is her scalp. Women's scalp are so sensitive for them. If you can touch those scalps with your finger, make sure your finger, you don't have long nails that will hurt her, right? So but then use your fingers well, these areas in your finger, to massage her scalp gently and in circular motion. Okay, I'm telling you, she will go extra. She will go, like, she will start even yearning for you. You create that tension in her now. She will be like, that's the thing. Okay, so make sure you massage the scalp of her hair, circular and also gently. Okay, this is another area. Like I said earlier, after sharing these areas, I will tell you how you can put these things together and give her the extra that we are expecting, okay, that we are talking about. So another sensitive area is her earlobes. Okay, you see, this area is very sensitive. In fact, 90% of women will react positively to this area. They will go crazy when you do it well with your tongue. Okay, that's not with your hand, with your tongue. Caress that her earlobes very well. In fact, women will melt when you use this particular part well. Another one is her mouth, her lips particularly. I know a lot of you ignore this particular part of a woman's body, forgetting that this is another sensitive part that women react positively to. She will actually go crazy, start longing for you, start burning inside her, because you are giving her a very sweet hot kiss. Okay, so make sure you do it well, make sure you know how to do it, and also make sure that you guys actually clean up, brush your mouth and keep yourself clean before doing this. Okay, so but then I'm not even talking about the inner one, like kissing her lips very well and hot is another way to actually get her. Now the next place I'm talking about is her nips. Her nips. When you touch her nips very well, you're going to actually receive the, in fact, this place is so magical. If you are going to be, in fact, if you know how to do it well, her nips is another place that is so sensitive for women, another part of their body that's so sensitive. Okay, now this is not for every woman. Some women will not actually respond well if you touch their nips during the starting, so you have to know and find out if this works for her. If it doesn't work for her during the starting point, it will definitely work for her during the trusting in. That's the thing. Okay, some women, when they are not yet into it, they will not want you to caress or stimulate their nips. Okay, so you have to wait until that time. But then if you start that during that early stage and you start caressing and touching and stimulating her nips with your hand or with your tongue, like with your mouth, and then you notice that she's responding well, go ahead, okay, continue. But if she's not responding well, you have to try it next time, like, or later when you are trusting in. That's another time that she will actually respond well. So if you're like, it doesn't work for my woman, wait and try it when you're trusting in the house. It might work that time. But that is another part that's so sensitive for women. Make sure that you're not hard. Make sure that you're gentle when you're touching the nips. You don't go ahead and use a very hard. If your hands are so dry and rough, like, use a kind of moisturizer on your hands, okay, or even blue seal on your hands to make it more softer, okay, so that you are going to be gentle if you're going to use the hands. And then if you're using the tongue, don't go ahead and bite her. Don't go ahead and suck it as if you are going to swallow it, or as if you want to eat it up, okay. You are going to be gentle. You are going to be like caressing her. That's what you are doing, okay. That's another part that is so sensitive for women, right? Now another part is her G spot. That's another part, especially if it's a woman that has never gone through the cutting off, okay. She was like, they never cut her off during the early stage of her life, like when she was a baby. A lot of women go through this, okay, especially those women that were born years back, okay, like those matured women, because they go through, especially in this area of our world, okay. Definitely a lot of women went through this issue, okay, like she was cut off that time. Then you have to be gentle that in that area, okay. You're not going to like start, but you'll be gentle, like tapping to find out the area that will work for her, because even if she was cut off, definitely there's a way you will do it and she will start responding to it, okay. But then you don't have to be hard, because now she doesn't have it, it has been cut off. So around that area is where you will focus on to give her the pleasure, right? But that's another sensitive place that will be magical, okay, that will send her pouring already before you start doing anything. Another place is her inner thighs. Her inner thighs is another sensitive area. You can use your tongue. If you think you can do well with your hands, then go ahead, okay. But then caress that area. That area is another place that women respond so badly, okay. That's another area that women, like, if you do it well, you know how to caress that area. The doing it well is just by being gentle, by being so gentle, as if you are taking care of a newborn, right? So that's how you are going to do it. Another place is her legs, okay. You see those legs? You see those legs? Aside from the inner thighs, even the legs are so sensitive, okay. So her legs is another area that you can start massaging. You can even use something like a moisturizer to massage her legs. When you are doing this, you see her gradually, she will start. That's the thing, okay. But then, like I said earlier, I told you guys that I'm going to tell you how to do this the best way. The first thing you should keep in mind when you're doing this is that all these places I talked about, is not every woman that will respond to each and every one of these parts, okay. The woman might have a particular one that works for her, so you have to actually study her first, okay, when you are starting, to know which particular part that works for her, okay. Now another thing is that when you are doing this, make sure that you're not focusing. If you're talking about the nips, make sure you're not focusing on only the one particular part of the nip. That's the magic about it. Make sure that you target the two. If you're using this on one particular part, you're using your hand on the other part. That's the magic. Now if you're talking about the massaging of the scalp and all that, make sure that one of your hands is massaging also another part of her body, like, okay, you are doing one of her hand here and one hand is here. That's the magic. You have to add up two things together and watch her going gaga. That is the magic we are talking about. When you do two things together, like you're targeting on this particular part and another part too. When you target and actually add up these two together, you are going to see her responding like fast. Everything that you're expecting will start happening even before you even mention it, okay. So that is it for today's video. Have you subscribed to this channel? Have you hit that like button so that others will also see this video? Don't be stingy. Also hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be aware. Do you mind joining my membership group? That is where I'm planning to do like a very hot video I'm going to be sharing. It will be only for my members only, okay? So make sure you consider joining that membership, okay? And also hit that thanks, okay? If you feel like giving me gift, that is where you can say, I appreciate you. Okay? So that's it for today's video. See you guys in my next video.